guys, welcome back to another episode of Not Your Average Fangirl.
I'm your host, Addison.
And I'm your host, Grace.
And in today's episode, we are answering all of your guys' most asked questions. We did a little poll on our Instagram story, and we let you guys ask whatever you wanted, and we have a list of those questions, and that's basically what we're doing today is just answering them all. Previously on Not Your Average Fangirl.
All right, so as you guys have been hearing, I am still watching Gilmore Girls to kind of catch you up, and I'm finally continuing with Supernatural, and I'm really getting into it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I meant to text you about this, but like, I do like it so far. But yeah, those are the two shows I'm watching right now, per usual.
So bomb. Great shows.
They're so fire.
I actually have Gilmore Girls pulled up on my TV right now because I was watching while I was waiting for you to film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on season 4, episode 16. Oh, I'm getting there.
You fly through this. I'm a slow watcher. So.
I'm so bad. Oh, dude, my mom's been watching Teen Mom again lately and Teen Mom 2 because we always watch those. And so she's watching the new seasons because we'll go a year without watching and then we catch up. And so every time lately I've gone into my mom's room, she's had it on, and so I just end up sitting on the end of the bed watching it with her for 2 hours unintentionally.
Oh yeah, I saw her post something about that. I've never watched it.
Oh, so good, man. It's so addicting though. I've literally kept up with all of them since I was little. I've always watched Teen Mom and Teen Mom 2, so it's so fun to catch up. But
yeah, I feel like I'd get hooked on it as well.
It's so addicting. It's so good. And I have decided that this week I'm watching the finale because I gotta watch it before I leave to go on vacation.
For movies, I watched Halloween Town the other day, but I haven't really been on my movie grind, so I watched Halloween Town.
I watched Spooky Buddies. It's funny. We both watched the Halloween movies we were talking about. Then for books, it's the same book as last week. I'm still reading All In, but I finally got back into it and it's so good. I'm going to try and finish it tonight. Literally such an amazing book series. I don't understand how Jennifer Lynn Barnes came up with this. The attention to detail in these books is actually insane. I'm how did a human being come up with this in their mind?
No, yeah. I love books like that. They just get you hooked.
And even down to the statistics and the facts because it's a crime book. I'm what? It's it's so insanely good. But
I need to get back into reading. Yeah, no new books for me. But for music, I've been listening to Drake's new album every single day. And a lot of Lana and again our fall playlist. I've been so into just the chill fall music at night, every night.
Our fall playlist is literally so good. Like I said last week, I've just been listening to it. If I need background music for something, that's what I'm listening to. And then for music, I actually I got a new record player a couple months ago, but I didn't know at the time that you had to buy speakers for it. So I finally got speakers and I had my dad hook them up today. And so I've been listening to some of my vinyls, which I only have so many. So it's kind of just those albums on repeat.
Well, I love it. Yeah, I didn't know they needed speakers.
Yeah, the suitcase ones, they have built-in speakers, but I got a new one that's fancier that was a little more expensive, but it's so nice. And so I'd had a Bluetooth speaker hooked up to it that I plugged in, and I was using that for the time being, but I finally bought a set of speakers because they were on sale for Prime Day, and it sounds so good. I'm obsessed with the way it sounds.
I love it. I need to get a record player. That's something I want for Christmas, but
yeah, it's so nice, and I love collecting vinyls. It's so much fun.
Yes, yay!
Moving on into the actual episode now, let's answer some of your guys' burning questions.
Yeah, so some of these are going to be quick and some will have a little explanation, but let's get into it. So first question we have, I feel we get asked this a lot, is how old are we? I'm 17.
I'm also 17.
Yeah,
as of last month.
We're the same age, but I'm a senior in high school and Addison would be a junior. So next question we have is how did we meet? This is also one we get a lot.
We talked about this a lot more in depth in the pilot episode of the podcast. So if you haven't listened to that, go check it out. We talk about the whole story, but basically we met through TikTok. Yeah, I saw some of Grace's videos and I commented on one of her Instagram posts and we met at the convention a few months later. So
yeah, last October. Oh my god, this weekend will be a year. I'm just realizing that.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, so this upcoming weekend will be a year since we've met. And the convention. Crazy. Why am I sad? Wait,
Oh my
it's
god.
been a year.
It'll be a year since you met Ian and a year since I met Daniel.
Why is this, like, making
What?
me emotional? Okay.
No, I'm literally gonna
Um,
cry. When I get, like, the Snapchat memory recap of the day I met Daniel, I'm definitely
oh
gonna
my
cry.
god, no, I'm gonna cry too. Wow. Alright, yeah, so we met last October. Now let's get into our favorite shows. So, like, our top 3 favorite shows.
I don't know if I can do
You
top
start.
3. Can I
If you
just make a
had to
can I
pick
just
3.
No, I
If you
can't.
had to, like, if you
I
had to pick
can't.
3. Not in
I
not in order, but, like, 3 shows, like, your
Okay.
favorites.
But then can we list off some other ones that are really
Yeah,
great?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
they need their moment. Okay, probably originals and Supernatural for sure. And then this is, like, so hard. I feel like I gotta
There's so
give it
many.
to Teen Wolf. Like, if I had to actually, like, had to pick, it would be original, Supernatural, and Teen Wolf. I feel like I'm gonna
That's
regret
valid.
this later, but that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this is so hard now that I'm thinking about it. Vampire Diaries, obviously. H2O, just add water because I literally grew up on
Yes.
that show and like I could tell you what happens in every single episode.
Dude, okay, random funny story. So my
Yeah.
brother had a friend in town from Australia, like, a week ago. His dad and his mom work on film sets, and they worked on H2O, and he had a picture of his parents with the whole cast, and
There's
he showed
no
it to us.
way.
Yeah, because I made, like, an H2O joke, like, about, like, the, "I'm not Cleo," and he was
Clear.
like we were, like, laughing about it, and he's like, "Dude, like, I think my parents worked on that." And I was like, "What?" And then he just pulls up the picture, and I'm like,
That's insane. I'd cry. I'd cry. Like I'd
yeah,
literally want to be on that set.
like, that's
That's
insane. Okay,
crazy.
sorry, continue.
Yeah. My last show. I'm trying to think of all-time favorites.
Yeah. There's just so many good
There's
ones.
so many, like, I really love I think, like, I wanna say The Summer I Turned Pretty or Glee because Glee is another one I've just watched for years and years and years, and I rewatch it, but I feel like I'm gonna pick Glee. Like, I don't post about it a lot, but it is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have some shows like that too that I feel like I don't post about a lot, but I love.
But, yeah, our
Okay,
favorites.
just now we get to list other shows that are really great that deserve
Yeah.
mentions. Okay, I feel like Criminal Minds, Bridgerton, Grey's Anatomy, Gilmore
Oh, there she
Girls.
goes.
Dude, like that they all come to mind,
I
okay?
know.
Daredevil, Shadow and Bone, duh.
Yeah, my friend loves Shadow and Bone. Yeah, I'm gonna say Summer I Turned Pretty, Grey's Anatomy, of course, Outer
Such a good
Banks,
show.
Stranger Things, I love. The Originals. I know I'm missing so many. I said Gilmore Girls, I think, even though I'm not finished with it. Gossip Girl, I love. I'm probably missing so many,
I
but
know that I'm missing so many.
yeah,
There's so
you
many
guys
good
get the
ones.
point. Like, we have a lot of favorite shows.
Yeah, that's what we do.
It's who we are.
So, moving on. This is also kind of a question we get a lot, but I feel like it's a fun one that, like, we needed to
Yeah.
include. So, would you, like, if you could be a supernatural creature, would you be a vampire, hybrid, or a tribrid?
Now that I'm thinking, like, I've always wanted to be a vampire. Like, that'd be so sick to be a vampire. But thinking about, no, I'm gonna pick vampire because I don't want to be a wolf.
Yeah,
And being a vampire just comes with so many perks.
if I had to pick from those three, I would pick vampire, definitely. But, like, my all-time favorite, which I always feel like gets left out, and I'm sure I've said this before on the podcast, is a heretic.
Yes,
Supernatural
heretics are
creature.
so cool. That's what I would want to be, a heretic.
Because, like, you get all the vampire stuff, but then you also are a witch.
That's what I meant to say. I was looking at hybrid and I was like, oh, witch and vampire. I was like, wait, no, that's werewolf and vampire. So heretic. I want to be a heretic.
Also, dude, why isn't witch included? I feel like question should be, would you want to be a vampire, witch, werewolf, hybrid, or tribrid?
Yeah, I feel like people
Or
leave out
heretic.
witch.
There are a lot of different supernatural creatures. So
yeah, this is our favorite part about doing the podcast.
That's a good one. I think, honestly, just, like, getting to talk about, like, our favorite stuff. Like, it's so much fun. This is, like, conversations we would have anyways, but we get to do it for you guys, and you guys get to, like, watch it and listen to it. It's so fun.
Yeah, no, I really like, just, like, because we are such big fangirls, so, like, talking about it and, like, sharing it with other people, and, like, it's just fun to, like, share this out to the world. Like, something, like, we share things we love with each other, and then we get to project it out, like, into our audience. Yeah, because
this is, like, conversations that we would have, like, on a daily basis anyway, and, like, now you guys get to kind of listen to them, so I think it's fun.
It's just fun, like, connecting with each other and connecting with everyone else. Next one is, are we morning people or night owls?
Honestly, it's kind of like a choice for me. Like, if I really want to get up early, I'm capable of doing it, But 95% of the time, if you wake me up early, I'm like gonna not even exist. Like,
same. I am not a morning person. I used to sleep until like 12 p.m. every day. No more of that. Like, I wake up earlier now. I'm still not a morning person, but I just like, I grind at night. Like, nighttime is when I get most of my things done. Like, my homework, like cleaning my room. Like, I don't know. Nighttime is just my time to shine.
Me too. But sometimes I can be a morning person. Like, if I go to sunrise or something, I can get up early. I just don't choose to.
Exactly.
You know?
I don't choose to get up early unless I have to.
This one is kind of just like across different shows. So what our favorite characters are in each of them. So first, Vampire Diaries. What's your favorite character?
Damon is my favorite character.
Mine's Caroline for TBD. And then for originals, mine is Elijah, obviously.
Obviously. I really want to say Klaus because he's just like so present in the show and I really like him. So I want to say Klaus or Rebecca.
I love Rebecca too. She's probably a number 2 for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then for Supernatural for me, my favorite, it's like so hard. Obviously Dean. I love Dean. He is one of my all-time favorite fictional characters. But I also love Castiel, and I also, for girls, just to mention, I love Joe and I love Charlie.
I was telling you like when I first started watching the show that I liked Sam, but I feel like I'm switching to Dean. Like,
that's how it goes.
He's too good.
Because you start and it's like, oh, Sam is like so cute, and it's Jared. Because I don't even think I was like in love with Dean in the first few episodes. Like, obviously I thought he was cute, but it wasn't until like later in season 1 that like I was obsessed with him.
No, yeah, I think my obsession's growing a little bit.
Welcome to the dark side.
I'm in. Next question. So how do we meet celebrities? We get this a lot.
This is because I feel like I didn't even know about conventions until Epic. Like, I'd heard of like a TBD reunion like back in like 2020 or something, but I really didn't know what it was. I was introduced to a whole new world when I heard of Epic. So
so all in all, conventions is the short answer. That's how we meet all the celebrities, because I mean, unless you see them out on the street, but like conventions is the place to go to meet them, and it's so much fun. But yeah, I have to say the same. I feel like I didn't really see a lot of conventions until Epic, and I was like, wow, like this is amazing.
But just for clarity, Epic is Epic Conventions or Epic Cons.
They're the best. Like, look out for future conventions because they're literally so much fun and they're so interactive and
they're so amazing.
It's a blast.
It's so much fun. So speaking of conventions, we recently found out that the one and only Christopher Wood is going in his So I feel
literally
like
what the heck?
Oh my god, you guys don't understand. Me and Grace have been like talking about Chris Wood for months.
Forever.
It's been like a whole ordeal. We've been like just wanting him to come so bad because we love him so much. Like, second to Daniel, like, it's probably Chris Wood. Like,
same for me. Literally, we've been talking about this man forever because I want to say like he is definitely my favorite villain in Vampire Diaries. So like
100%.
The first time I saw him, I just got so attached, and I think I've watched him in something else. I can't like put my mind on it, but holy crap, we're meeting Chris Wood.
Like, I'm not gonna survive. I'm literally like, I can't. I'm not gonna make it.
It might be very similar to a meeting Ian Daniel for the first time situation. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna get so worked up, like excitement, and then I'm not gonna cry before, but after, like, I'm gonna be like, holy crap, like, it's crazy. And I had a feeling, so this was like their last announcement, Epicons, and I was like, oh, like, it's probably like, I have a feeling it's gonna be Joseph or Chris Wood. And I saw the announcement and I was like, there's like no way.
I was on live stream and Alexis, one of the co-owners of Epic, got on and she was like, hey Addi, can you call me like and talk about some convention stuff when you're done getting ready? And I was like, yeah, sure. And my mom was like hanging out in my room, like acting strange, and like I hadn't really thought anything of it. I just thought she was bored.
Heather, what are you doing?
And I was like, oh shoot, let me call Alexis real quick. And I called her, and my mom opened the camera app on her phone, and just the way my mom was acting, she opened her camera app and I was like, oh my god. And like I wasn't gonna let myself believe it. And then Alexis was acting weird, and then she flipped around her camera and showed like the announcement, and I literally, I always have the same exact reaction. My mouth goes open, right? My jaw drops, like, and then I slap my hand over my mouth, and then I start crying. It's the same 3 steps
Same.
every single
Why
time.
are
That's
we
what
the
happens.
same? No, literally. And I was like, I watched that video and I was like, oh my God. I told you already, but I was in my government class and we had a sub that day. So we were just like watching a video, thank God. And I was like sitting next to one of my best friends. She's also like a very big fan of like Vampire Diaries and everything. And so I saw like I'm in like the Facebook group for it, so I opened that up and it's like Merry Christmas, like it's Chris Wood, and I like pushed back my desk. I was like, Anna, wake up! Like I tapped her awake because we like both like really love Chris Wood, and I like the tears just like started piling up in my eyes, and I was like, there's no way. And I just thought of Addison, and I was like, holy crap! Like we have wanted to like we've talked about meeting him for so long, and now it's finally
It
happening.
comes up at least once every time we FaceTime. Like it's
I
brought up
know, it
in
always
discussion.
comes up. He was just and I think when we were talking about, like, our list of people we wanted to meet, like, he was definitely on like, he was on there
Yeah.
and
Anyway,
yeah, moving on.
we could talk about Chris Wood forever, but we have other things to discuss.
Yeah.
So this one is kind
Um,
of for you.
the next question, I feel like I get asked this so many times or, like, I get asked this about different celebrities too, but what does Ian Somerhalder smell like? Um, from what I remember, it's like I can't remember, but I can. It was like kind of like cologne and kind of like the smell of his jacket with like wood like
Like
vibe.
earthy
Earthy. Yeah,
smell.
that's the
Yeah.
best way to describe it. And he just smelled scrumptious.
I think I talked about this in like our Starstruck episode too. People always ask me that about Daniel. They ask me that about everyone. And the only
Yeah.
person to this day that I still ever remember what they smelled like was Ben Barnes. He smelled so good. Like I want to know what cologne he was wearing because it was just so
Chef's
scrumptious.
kiss.
I was like,
it's really
delicious.
a green flag when they smell good. Like
Yeah.
you see these men on screen and you're like, oh, they have to smell good in person.
Yeah. So then kind of going with Epic and the conventions and stuff, what are our favorite places in Covington to go?
I want to do two, like one for food and one for like scenery.
Yeah.
For food, your pie. We
No, that's mine.
That's mine. Literally, your pie. I can't describe to you guys how good it is.
It's so good. And I know it's a chain restaurant that you can get literally anywhere, but like we have one right by our house and I won't eat it. Like I will only eat it in Covington and it's so good. Honestly, it'd be kind of dangerous if I tried to eat it here because I would eat it every single day.
Oh, every single day. No, yeah. I think the only one I know of is in Covington. Like there's none around me.
And I feel like honorary mention, of course, the Grill is a magical place. It's amazing. I mean, it's the Grill.
Yeah,
You've got to go there.
I haven't been there, which is shocking. I feel like
you've never been to the Grill.
I know because every time I'm there, I'm
yeah,
there
you're
for
only
the
there.
conventions.
Yeah.
So like I never have time to do everything I want to do. Hopefully in December I will, but and for scenery, I feel like I want to say like just the square and like standing in front of like the clock tower and the grill. Like it's just like
it's so
like,
pretty.
Yeah, it's so pretty, and that's where like I feel like so many things in the Vampire Diaries happen, and it's just like nostalgic and
yeah, it's very magical.
Love
Mine is probably the Delana Rainkiss Park because it's so cute, and there was actually a lot of things filmed there, and Aunt Jenna's trash can is there, and I just it's such a pretty place with like all the greenery.
It is really pretty.
So these next few are kind of like basic questions that will kind of like flip through pretty fast. They're just like simple ones that you guys may not know about us.
Okay, so what are our favorite animals? Mine's a dog.
But my favorite animal is a squirrel.
Oh,
I love squirrels. I don't know. I always have. They're great.
They're really cute and chunky.
Yeah. What's your favorite food?
I have so many favorite foods, but like a basic one I'm always gonna say is pasta. Like pasta with sauce.
Pasta's
like
great.
Any type of pasta. And I'm Italian, so I feel like we have pasta a lot, but pasta.
Pasta's great. Mine's kind of like sort of along the same line because it's noodles, but mine's probably ramen. Like authentic ramen, especially like in LA. LA has the best ramen places. They're so good.
Yeah, I feel like anything noodles is just so
absolutely
good. Bussin'. I love noodles, but ramen's a great one. What is your favorite holiday?
It's actually coming up. It's Halloween. I love spooky season.
Yeah, it's such a great time. Mine's Christmas.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, we go all out for Christmas and just it's so magical. but
yeah.
Christmas.
I love Christmas too. I wish it snowed in Florida, but like it didn't get that cold. Cuz I like that
No,
it doesn't get
that's
so cold,
valid.
but I miss
It gets
snow.
so
Snow's
cold
cool.
here.
So then this one is just kind of for me cuz Grace hasn't really watched One Tree Hill yet, but team Nathan or team Lucas, and honestly, neither, but also both, because like low key, I'm only on like season 3 or something, but like they both make such bad decisions sometimes and they act like such teenage boys. And like it drives me insane. Like every time one of them
Boo
starts to get on
boys.
yeah, every time one of them starts to get on my good side again and I start to like them, they do something stupid that I'm like, why did I like you just now?
That's
Because
so
you're
annoying.
stupid. But yeah, I don't know. I like them both, but I also don't like either of them. That makes
Yeah, no,
sense.
that's a show that I'm gonna talk about this later, but I do want to watch One Tree Hill. How did we get into social media?
So I have kind of just always done it since I was little because I used to do all-star cheerleading. I like starting in like 4th grade, my mom made me like a cheer Instagram and I would post like my tumbling videos and I would post about like hair bows and stuff. And then like over time it just kind of switched over to like what I do now because I stopped doing cheer a few years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I got
Yeah.
into it.
This is like kind of just like a backstory, but ever since I was little, like I was a big YouTube girl and I
Mhm.
always just wanted to like be like the YouTube girls and like the Musically girls and like just make videos. So I'd make like little YouTube videos, like unboxing videos. And then fast forward, I feel like quarantine kind of got me into my social media because I watched The Vampire Diaries so much in quarantine, like over and over again, that I was like, that summer, I was like, hey, like I should start like a Vampire Diaries TikTok. And that's
I
what I
think
did.
Honestly, I think I had like a Vampire Diaries like fan page that I did with my friend for a minute. We only posted like 2 videos because I
Yeah.
like fell off social media during COVID actually. And I came back after, but
Yeah.
I think I had like a TVD fan page at one point before I
Yeah. I feel
started like
like
an actual
everyone
account.
had, yeah, I feel like everyone had a fan page at some point.
Yeah, I've always been a fangirl, so I always did that kind of stuff, you know?
Once a fangirl, always a
Always a
fangirl.
fangirl.
When am I making Addison watch Gossip Girl? I actually saw this on the Q&A, but I'm going to make her watch it now. Hello?
I'm in like a bunch of rewatches right now, so maybe I'll start. My mom's actually
No,
watching it,
start
and
it.
she's like a kind of a far ways into it because I met some of the cast back like last August, the August
Yes.
before last actually. I met Ed Westwick. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, I'm
But
so
like
jealous, by the way.
I didn't really like. I knew who he was sort of because like I'd seen Gossip Girl on TikTok occasionally, but
Yeah.
like he walked into a room I was in and like it like made like a joke and it was so funny and then he just left and like I wish I knew who he was then and like I'd watched it before that cuz
Yeah.
I was clueless, but next time I meet him I'm going to know.
Definitely. No, Gossip Girl is just the perfect, like, I love New York, so like seeing that like romanticized like New York life, like it's just so fun to watch.
It's funny cuz I'm probably going to start it and then like I'll catch up to where my mom is at in like 3 days and then she'll be
Yeah.
mad about it cuz she'll be like, "How do you watch it so fast?" And I'm like, "Cuz I'm a crazy person."
Yes.
What is our favorite underrated TVDU character?
I want to say, ooh, underrated. I don't, can you answer first? Because I
Yeah.
don't know.
Obviously, okay, I got to bring up Tyler Lockwood again.
Yeah, I was going to say Tyler, but I feel like there's someone else.
Yeah, no, mine's probably Davina though. I love Davina. I feel like she gets a lot of hate just because she doesn't like Klaus, but like honestly, she's valid the entire time. Okay? And
Exactly.
she's a boss babe and I love Danielle Campbell. So, I think that she's underrated and a little bit overhated to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, like I actually, now that you bring that up, like I feel like she's definitely one of my favorite underrated original characters. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and she's overhated, I feel like. But I feel like
Her
so Tyler and Davina.
yeah. And just like not overhated but underrated in general is Josh. Like I love Josh. He's
Josh,
such a
I
great
love
character.
him
He's
too.
by far one of my favorite characters in the originals. Like he's so
Yeah,
great. You never hate him. Like he always makes the right decisions and he's just like he's slay.
he is Sly. I feel like there's more underrated originals characters than Vampire Diaries characters because everyone in Vampire Diaries is like a well-known character,
Yeah,
and I feel
everyone
like originals is different.
everyone in Vampire Diaries is pretty loved at least by one group of people, but in originals a lot of characters get overlooked, I feel like.
Next question is back to the Halloween theme. What are we being for Halloween?
Okay, I don't know if I want to say. I feel like I want it to be a surprise.
Do we want to keep it? I'll share mine if you don't want to share
Okay,
yours.
I'll give like a hint towards mine, just for like people on the podcast. But you can go first while I think of a hint.
So me and my friends, we were trying to brainstorm costume ideas. And at first, we wanted to be like different cereals, but like make it cute and like dress up as like the mascot, like like the Trix Bunny or like the caveman on like Fruity Pebbles, whatever. Ditch that idea. We're being Men in Black, like from the movies.
That's
and we're gonna
one.
like make it cute, like wear skirts and blazers. And there's like 7 of us, I want to say, and we're all just gonna like make it our own. So
yeah, that's a cute idea.
Doing. It's so cute.
I'm gonna give my hint as the song "Long Story Short," just because like I love posting I like posting my costume on Halloween and like getting people's reactions. I feel like it's so fun because I think
people are gonna like it.
And my costume last year was like by far the best costume I've ever done. So
it was like so good.
Thank you. I'm still like I don't know that I'm ever gonna be able to top it, but I think this year's is gonna be pretty cute too. I've put a lot of thought into it and picking out the pieces.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see both of our costumes and how they turn out.
I'm excited to see yours. It's gonna be so cute.
Yeah, I love the Men in Black movies. I've watched all 3, so I'm really excited. And I've always seen the idea on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay. So then this is just kind of like a generalized question again between all different shows that we've watched. What are like some of your favorite fictional couples?
Well, of course, I'm just gonna list a few.
Yeah.
Damon and Elena, Belly and Conrad, Klaus and Caroline, Chuck and Blair, Meredith and Derek, and I'll list one more. Oh, I posted this in a video, Mike and Elle from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But I have so many more. Those are just some.
I'm not going to repeat any of the ones that you said that I also like, but going a different route. Probably Haley and Elijah, Kaz and Inej, Karev and what's her name? Karev and Joe. And Mark and Lexi also.
Mark and Lexi, yeah. Add that for me too.
Kate and Anthony from Bridgerton. Oh, I love them. Styles and Lydia. Destiel. I love Destiel. I know I'm like trying to think through them all. Oh, Rory and Logan. I haven't finished this show, but Oliver and Felicity. Ugh, I love them so much. They're so cute.
Wait, what is that from?
Arrow.
Arrow.
I need to get back into that. Okay, this is a book, but Aaron and Juliet from Shatter Me.
I actually, when I saw this question, I was like, oh my gosh, because people were asking what our favorite hair era. Harry hair era. So what's your favorite?
I'm going to go with SNLery with the middle part with the slightly longer like curls in the front. I love that hair. So good.
No, yeah. I don't know what era this is, but it was towards the end of One Direction, just when he had his long curly hair.
Hair Harry.
Long hair Harry is my favorite.
That one's got a basic name, but he's great too. I feel like because this era is so new, nobody talks about it, but like Love on Tour Harry's hair, when it gets like longer, not in the times when he cut it, but when it was longer, so good. Like,
yeah, his hair always eats.
It always looks good, no matter what era he's in.
Exactly.
Along lines of era, our favorite Taylor era. Mine doesn't correlate necessarily with my album. I love this album, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't know that I have a favorite album, so definitely Reputation. Reputation is just chef's kiss. I love it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna pick like, I don't know what era this is, but early Taylor Swift era, because I feel like I grew up on like
like the curly hair
Taylor Swift. Yeah. I love that era.
While we're talking about Taylor, I don't know if you've probably seen this. Everyone has seen this.
Yes.
But Travis and Taylor, are they slay or are they nay?
From what I'm seeing, I feel like I'm seeing like mixed things about them on social media, but I personally think they look cute together. But I mean, I saw a video of him like opening the door for her, so I feel like he's treating her good. So I feel like I kind of like it.
Oh yeah, like I remember when my dad first told me about it, because all of the football dads heard about it first, right? Because
of course
none of the Swifties were like going for it right away. But the more like I didn't really like it at first, the vibes weren't there because he's like a football bro. But the more I learned about him and his personality and stuff, it definitely has grown on me. And he's so cute, and they're so cute, and he's like, she's finally found a man that's like taller than her, you know.
He is really cute.
And I think like a funny thing is my mom told me this, but it was like when Taylor was with Joe Alwyn, something that people always said was, can Joe fight? Like when a good picture of Taylor was posted, people would be like, well, can Joe fight? Because, they want to steal his girl. Now it's like you can't say that anymore because Travis can fight. Travis can fight.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. I definitely think it's slay.
And so kind of to wrap it up, we have 2 more questions. This one's kind of back to the vampire theme. What's the first thing we would do as a vampire?
This is like so tough. I feel like it's one of 2 things. I'd either vamp, like go really fast. Like I want to travel all around the country, like in one day, like that'd be so fun. Or compelling someone, like, I don't know.
I agree. I want to compel, like, imagine being able to compel people. You could do whatever you want. Like,
yeah. Like, not anything bad, but like just to like make someone do something funny. I don't know.
No, yeah.
Go do a cartwheel.
I want to say compelling. That would be so fun.
And then finally, I feel like a good closing question is, what's on our watch lists right now?
I'm going to pull mine up because I have so many. I have a list. Like, when I hear about a show or I want to watch a show, I write it down. But obviously, as I was saying before, One Tree Hill, I want to finish Sweet Magnolias.
I want to finish that too.
Friday Night Lights. I've watched a few episodes of that.
Yeah, I watched like the first 2 and then I got distracted.
Yeah, I want to finish that. Obviously, Supernatural, Arrow, and one more is I want to watch Daisy Jones and the Six.
Oh, yeah, you need to watch that.
Dude, it was like I saw that come out and I was like, okay, I'm going to watch it right away. And then I just got like so mixed up with other things that I never watched it. So I need to get on that.
And if you're looking for a book to read, that's great. Daisy Jones and the Six.
I need to read it. I feel like I should read it first.
You should. For me, so definitely Gossip Girl, definitely Pretty Little Liars. I also need to watch Roswell because I know in March a lot of Roswell people are coming, so I need to watch that too. I know there's other things, but like off the top of my head, those are probably like the top 3. And just finish everything else I'm in the middle of watching right now, because there's a lot.
There's so many. I feel like I'm watching, like, besides from the 2 I mentioned earlier, I'm watching like 5 other shows.
Yeah. Anyway, that was the final question. Yeah,
that was the end of our little get to know us most asked questions. If you have any more questions, we're always just DM us. Like, we're always active. So
we can always do a part 2. So if there was a bunch of stuff that we didn't answer that you want us to, send us a DM and say like, do a part 2. And in a few weeks, we'll do another Q&A box on our Instagram story. So if you're not following us on Instagram, go do it so you can ask questions next time. It's notyouravagefangirl.pod. And Grace, what's your personal Instagram and TikTok?
Mine is Live Love Ian Sommerhalder on TikTok and Instagram.
And on Instagram, mine is addy.asks. And then on TikTok, it's addison.brienne.
That's the end of this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. Yes. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.